if your ideas are not being attacked and you're a Christian, you might be going with the flow a little too much. So yes, we're being attacked, but it's great.
It's hard to say my beliefs because I guess you wouldn't label me as an agnostic. I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm not going to go around saying that I know better than someone else. I do kind of have a little bit more of a pagan mindset these days. Really kind of putting my trust in the earth and some sort of energy and believing more in life and in fate, I guess. I mean, everybody kind of likes making fun of pagan and New Age and hippie stuff because it's the crystals and it's the rituals and it's the tree hugger stuff. So people like making fun of that. I don't know if it's under attack.
I'm not trying to be cute, but I think the majority of the things that I believe people attack about Christianity, as I've deconstructed those things, and as I've explored who Jesus actually was, I find that the essentials of what Jesus taught and who he was are not the things that are being attacked by culture or the media. It's the judgmentalness, it's the humanized, it's the corrupted things of Christianity that I think culture are repelling against. But as I dig into Jesus, as I dig into who he was 2,000 years ago and the culture that he was, I see a very winsome person. And when I live into that, and when I really like boil down what I believe about him, what I find is when I'm living that out, those things aren't attacked. They're actually the things about Jesus, I think, are what culture is longing for. It's a great opportunity, if I am feeling offended, to depersonalize it and go back to the root, go back to Jesus. And if there are things that I do feel like people are unfairly, giving caricature to or attacking, it's an opportunity for me to hold their pain, to ask questions. And then when being persecuted, because we're all persecuting each other all the time, to just confidently assert my right to believe in what we get to in this country, to choose to be a free agent as an individual, and to help people understand the difference between maybe what American Christianity is and what the way of Jesus is.
I'm pretty sure it was like November of 2018 when this poll was taken, where it's, over 50% of Americans would vote across their own party lines in an election rather than vote for an atheist who shares a lot of their policies and is in their own party that they identify with. So that's kind of shocking because it's very rare that we'll get Americans voting over, political party lines. But it seems that when the word atheism is invoked, I think a lot of people it comes from a misunderstanding of what atheism actually means, that they just right away start to think, oh, negative, oh, anti-religion, or oh, satanic, what have you. I don't think my views are under attack by any means, but I think they are unpopular in the way that many things might be unpopular just because of a misunderstanding, a lack of understanding. That being said, when I see people of faith, particularly here in the United States of the Christian faith, start to talk about how their views are under attack in modern society, I can't help but laugh. It makes me want to laugh my ass off because no, they're absolutely not. Being a Christian in the modern United States is the epitome of privilege. The social structure is almost entirely based on this religion being a majority religion amongst all the people. So.
Yes, they are under attack from cultural beliefs. When you tell someone, I'm a Christian, you're met with this level of judgment from even other Christians. Well, what church do you go to? And you'll tell them what church. Oh, they do these practices, or they believe in this, or I've seen that they do this, or heard about, whatever. And likewise, you tell non-Christians, I'm a Christian believer. Oh, do you know what how many people religion has killed and the wars that it's caused and all of these things. So in that respect, it is under attack a little bit. Are my personal beliefs under attack by the cultural world? Not really. Because just because they have judgments on me, or because they say, oh, you believe this, so you must, or, you're a Christian, so you must believe in, this aspect. It's like, well, no, not every Christian believes that. Not every Christian takes that path, and not every Christian interprets what Jesus meant that way. So the beliefs are mine, and they're mine to hold. They don't belong to anyone else, and no one else can take them away from me, and I'm secure in what I believe. So you can judge me, you can attack me, but it doesn't really affect who I am with my relationship with God, really.
As a Christian who reads the Bible, my belief set is contrary to culture, and I think it is, in a lot of ways, an enemy to culture, and so our mainstream culture. And so the idea of being under attack, I think as a Christian you have to expect that people are not going to agree with you, and that they're not going to agree with the ideas and the value sets that you have, because that's a part of being a Christian. That's like the default area you dwell in, is to be going against the current. And so I would say if your ideas are not being attacked and you're a Christian, you might be going with the flow a little too much. So yes, we're being attacked, but it's great.
It's a time where science and critical thinking are very much frowned upon. People tend to make decisions based on emotion or whatever tribe they belong to, whatever political or religious affiliation that they happen to have, whatever ideology they believe in. And so the idea of somebody who puts all that aside and looks at things from a scientific standpoint is definitely not predominant in our society, and as somebody who very much believes in the scientific method and believes in using logic to come to decisions, you're definitely going to run up against a lot of opposition to that. It's way easier to just buy into an ideology and have that decide what you believe than to think for yourself and to come to your own conclusions.